able to get an early blink, he might have to go a more tanky build, whereas if not, then he can probably get away with a blink build. And
bottom lane, they might have a little bit of initiation. It's probably going to be mid lane where S4 is going to be the first blood, as God just there with the charge in from the Spirit Breaker kept them controlled. Nightmare's going to start. S4's moving over. They want VP to fight into this because then you've got the split from S4 that can go to work. And Will It Nuts takes so much damage with Lil arriving. They don't get the trade-off. That Darkseer's away to safety. There's also FNG TP's out. Just over in the tree line.
Wow,
the illusion on this, you get the completed mech over on the Darkseer. And now you have, in fact, bottom lane blink in over an Admiral Bulldog. There's no Scorcher up, but that Disruptor ulti will buy the space to go for the Doom. Can they get the trade-off with Laguna Blade and Admiral Bulldog? He gets one last War Stomp. Illidan will tick low, but he probably won't die from this Doom. FNG's going to be glimpsed back into Nuts, and RK has to Nightmare. FNG's ready to fight. Charge back off cooldown, but the wall is up, so they'll be controlled. S4 running in with that ulti, but can he get in range to really do anything? Light Striker able to control him, so with the Dragon Tail. Not the best coupling of abilities, and S4, well, 6 charges up and Loader into the fight with a Rocket Barrage and Flat Cannon. Huge amounts of damage, now the Flat Cannon comes back off cooldown. They take out 3, and they'll take out a 4. A triple kill for Loader. Nuts extending that fight and finding more of the kills. And that's exactly what Alliance needed. That's going to skyrocket them forward. That's going to be their Blink Dagger. And that's going to be a hell of a lot of money coming into that gyro.
Man,
but they have to understand that something is up.
I mean, they have the defensive sleep, though. Ake's standing right behind him, knowing that S4 is the key to this fight and what VP are going to look to just immediately take out.
Loader. He's in the worst position here of all of Alliance. Maybe now he can be initiated on. Illidan, there's the Laguna Blade. Loader can't be protected. Walk back through the lanes. A good clap from S4, but he needs to get this split off in time. The Nightmare finds him the space to do so. There's the split, but no! He's brought down! Alliance! They've lost 2 huge cores in VP. With a creep wave tier, they're going to inflict some good damage into the tier 3 tower. What a pick-off time!
FNG has been amazing on this Spirit Breaker, from the positioning of his charges to the instant charges on the Brewmaster. That time he blinked and clapped, wanted to go for a split. Nope, FNG just charged them up. It was crazy.
And they might find another. Into RK with the Breathe Fire, but it's going to be FNG to find this kill. 3 heroes down for Alliance. They could take out the range racks pretty easily here, Virtus.Pro. Getting more than that, maybe not. They've got Gyro as well as Brewmaster up in 5 seconds time. And that's with their ulti still intact. So VP will back up 21 minutes in. And Alliance, they're here for the chase. Scorcher is off cooldown for Admiral Bulldog. And FNG charges in. He already gets a kill on the Disruptor. The back into a big Light Strike array. Alliance, they may lose everything here. The damage from Loader. He's doing terrible damage to God as well. The triple kill for Loader. An ultra kill. Lil will shut him down as well as putting Bulldog in the grave. The Laguna Blade and Slave saving VP from being completely team-wiped.
Oh man, that's really close to a scepter now, but...
And it looks like Alliance will be able to finish the job. So they'll have the Aegis Immortal before this fight. It goes into the hands of the Doombringer on the back wall, catching out Nuts towards Arcade. The 2 spots from Alliance instantly got a Phobos, but Loader turns on his damage. And now they win the split as well. They've got the controls back to Phobos. Runs himself away, but S4 will take him out of this fight. Illidan also doomed up. We just splintered 3 different parts. God as well as Phobos almost surviving. In fact, Phobos now stunned up by S4. Start finding that kill. The TP from FNG, however, successful, did it inside the pit. So it ends up being a 2-for-2 trade-off. But that initiation for the Darkseer, perfect onto Alliance's supports.
The fight was a little bit too hectic for VP at the start, though. They ended up Lagooning down the Aegis target, and instead of...
Into Dragon form, looks up to S4, gets a stun, they'll charge into. The Doom's already on the BK beat up. Illidan, S4 the back, it doesn't work combining up with the Laguna Blade. Nuts, he can't get the ulti off, but Loader turns on the flank and damage is still not really enough, but they'll drag Lil back in, so there'll be at least a 1-for-1 trade-off here. Actually, it's ending going to be a 2, as that DK also dropped things down. Loader's having all that damage stolen, over 220. But God can't stay in close enough, as Alliance back underneath their tier 4 towers, and VP a man down. Yeah, Loader's got no damage, but he's okay with this. Fight with the Hellbear watching Roshan, maybe not the greatest choice. Illidan jumps in, goes to S4, Phobos back into a big wall, catching out 3, can they get the split up? S4, yeah you can! They only lost the Disruptor in the feed strip, it keeps got him in position. Loader just keeps that damage pumping out, but will it really be enough? As we split the fight up, Admiral Bulldog's just playing around with the leader on the back lines, but it's Loader killing up the Spirit Breaker. The doomed up God now no longer doomed, and Illidan, he's got that life, can he find it? Loader, he can't see him, the Glimmercade buys him that space, God's about to die to S4, he beats him down with one last attack. 3 down for Virtus.Pro. Lil is still on the run, but S4, Laguna Blade the Slave, combining it with a back mix so he cannot blink or get away. So it will be a 2-for-3 trade-off as Lil is capable of TPing out under the cover of the Fog of War. Now leveling the board up at 18 apiece, 35 minutes in. Walk in, they can grab the Aegis, the Immortals. Their second life is available, and VP, what they really got left, FNG and Phobos, they're coming in. Phobos, he doesn't really have a lot of mana in the Nightmare. A key Spirit Breaker out. This will allow Alliance to finish the job. They don't have Doom available with the homing missile coming forward. The back, he puts 2 of them on the wall. Admiral Bulldog as well as Loader can't get back down again. RK and Nuts have to hang around. Even the Hellbear's up there with them. Alliance playing with pets on a hill. And what can they do? The TP scrolls are flying out in the courier at the moment, but the charge comes in from FNG. Nuts, where's that control? He's actually going to get charged down. The Glimmer Cave can't find him enough space, not while Lil's still holding onto that gem. And RK also on the run out of here. Loader finally TPing out, so is Admiral Bulldog. There's no secondary interruption, so they do not get kept up on that hillside. But Alliance losing both of their supports after taking out the Aegis Immortal. Great play there by VP to get something in return. Yeah, Phobos with a miracle play there and isolating 2 of the supports. Now they can actually burst down those core heroes. S4 jumps out, gets a split straight away, including the clap as well. Spirit Breaker one's out this one. They have the Doom available. The Shiva's Guard will pop. A Spirit Breaker charges himself away, but God with a BKB. Static Link starting takes 98 points of damage away from the Gyrocopter, but now it's VP's turn. Can they escape the Brewmaster? Sending Lil up into the air. Admiral Bulldog still with this ability of Doom, when they jump back in, the back end wall, the charge from FNG! The timing is perfect! Alliance, they're gonna lose 3! The buyback comes out from Loader, trying to get back for the patch on Admiral Bulldog. The Aegis the Immortal will give him the secondary life. Nuts, maybe he can also work this in, if he throws down that Storm. Needs to control a VP a little bit more. Phobos not a healthy man. The Storm won't be enough to work, and in fact, God, he's doing it with a double kill for him. Loader again losing the damage, and God just being empowered by this. 224 points again. He avoids the call down, but with the attack in the plasma field, he needs another one with a charge from FNG. He'll get that one too. Triple kill for God. Bulldog can't do anything. The sole survivor, and 100 seconds without the Gyrocopter due to the dieback.
Wow, and they're probably kicking themselves over giving the Aegis to the Doombringer instead of the Gyrocopter. So Gyrocopter died, bought back, and died again and again.
Once he walks up, he'll reveal the fact this Observe Ward is there. For now, the Observe Ward actually doesn't see any of the heroes of Alliance. It keeps getting a glimpse, yeah. It's getting a glimpse of S4. That's the only information they've gotten so far. With the creep wave arriving, now Admiral Bulldog also comes into vision range. But RK does not want to move forward. If he moves forward, he's got the potential to be initiated on. That's the reason why he's not searching for the ward.
Eventually, they have to move outside of their base, though.
Oh, bottom lane, they find a catch out. It's Admiral Bulldog. He's got a hell of a lot of armor to get through, and in fact, now BKB from S4 initiates over on the Spirit Breaker. Drunken Haze on Lil just keeping him out, and they can glimpse if they want to. FNG a long way back, but Eldon jumps forward. Goes an Admiral Bulldog with a Guna Blade. They're going to kill him off in time. Yeah, they do, but Loader with a big hold down. He's losing his damage, however. God can be being stripped, but he got the static link off, and that's the big part of this fight. RK and Nuts, they try and retreat as well. RK will hide himself inside the Glimmer Cave with the Nightmare, trying to buy space for the Breeze Fire, doing the work, giving Eldon a double kill, and this may almost be the game. S4's the sole survivor, no BKB, no split. The bottom ranks and the mid ranks are now forfeit of Alliance, and they could lose more. They could even lose S4. He blinks away, and the buyback comes out from Loader.
You really have to commend FNG again. He like pulls Alliance so they're all outside of their base. Initially it was just a Doombringer, and then they see this lone Spirit Breaker, his BKB recently acquired.
Wow, that's confidence of S4. Blinks in with no BKB or split, takes the stuns, which are all easily up again by Virtus.Pro. They back him and they kill him off. 72 seconds on the sideline. Without him and with Gyro facing a dieback, in fact, Loader, he just does anything he can. There's no other real choice for him at this point. Triggers the BKB, but with Loader dying, Alliance buying back on Disruptor. They just keep fighting, but it's a futile cause. GG is called. Virtus.Pro will take game 1 against Alliance.
Wow, crazy good execution by VP. I am super impressed how they carried this through with a position 1 Dragon Knight. They had the pressure on them. It was like, oh man, we have to deal with the Gyrocopter in the late game, but I think FNG just pulled Alliance around like puppets.
Yeah, he did great. Phobos, though, his plays really gave them that extra advantage, and Darkseer, he's always been a hero to be feared when you get those combos off as well. You worry about it, FNG's charges work, but everything from VP just seemed to work that game.
Yeah, I think they have to be really happy with that win.